we deal with people that are chronically homeless and place them, and now we're dealing with the families with children. We're missing one big piece, and that is seniors on fixed incomes that are being priced out of their residence, whether it's a mobile home park, paying their space rent, whether they're renting a room like myself, whether they're renting a house. We need to prioritize all our residents and not discriminate because of your familial status. Everyone should be able to get this assistance and not wait until they're homeless to qualify as being homeless to get in with assistance. We need rental properties in this city where the rent is based, they're subsidized, and it's based on percentage of the tenant, whoever that tenant is, their income. We are sorely lacking in that area compared to all other cities. Other cities have housing that house that, or they subsidize, or they help. We're doing rental assistance. This is great. I like it. But again, we need to open it up, or we need to target or look at our seniors, who are the most vulnerable when you think about it. They can't go back to work. They have disabling health conditions. They can't work, and they need that assistance because they paid their taxes their whole life, and they can't get assistance easily and then they're forced out, and then you have homeless, very vulnerable, elderly people that become homeless and they can't defend themselves out there on the streets. So while I think this is a good program, I think as a city, we need to look at when we do the home funds and the CDBG, we need to make sure that we're opening that assistance up and not discriminating against somebody based on their age, their familiar status, their status of their family, anything like that, because we have a hole in the city. We throw a lot of money at the homeless. We've had developments with units that are just for those experiencing chronic homelessness that they have to go through the county to qualify. And then we have what we call low income, but they're not extremely low income units. They are just low income units, and myself, I can't afford it on my Social Security. How can you get close to those rents? So I would really like this council to, when you're looking at these funding opportunities and these programs, which are great, but I think we need to really open that up and make sure that we're not leaving out people that have been supporting this city, in some cases for decades, with their tax dollars, and now they need assistance, and they can't get it because, hey, they don't have minor children, or, whatever. So and I harp on this every time we have a hearing on this, and I will continue to do so until I see positive change. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor?
Hold on. Is there any other public comments?
No, Mayor.
Okay, at this time, I would like to close the public comment. Now we come to mayor and council member discussion. Yes.
Mr. Mayor, so Michael, do we have already a program in place to help the senior citizens? Do we have anything like that already?
No, we do not know. The majority of the rental assistance
Yes.
program.
Would you please hold on, please? At this time here, for mayor and council member discussion, I'd like to start with 5 minutes. It's just that we can go, for the next council member. So I understand that for a public hearing, we have to allow the council member to go and we need to. So. All right.
Okay, thank you. City Manager, let me ask a quick question regarding the 5 minutes thing. Is that an ordinance or a resolution for that? Is that the law of the land?
The 5 minutes was a council policy.
Okay, so it's not in a resolution or in an ordinance, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it means it's not the law of the land, so just want to let you know, Mr. Mayor. Okay, so.
We have the policy that's approved by council members, so we need to follow that. Just want to let you know.
That is your policy, your majority.
It's not my policy.
Yes.
Come on,
Because you want
please.
to silence the people, so
God,
it's okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, so anyways, what I was asking is, Michael, so we don't have that in the city of Westminster. I know Garden Grove has something similar to that in the housing, but we don't have it right now for the senior citizen, is that correct?
That's correct, but this program, it's open to anyone that qualifies, though they're more than welcome to, contact Mineral House and go through the application process.
Okay, so it's not just isolated to family with kids.
No, but we just identified in the staff report, I think we gave preference to those because Mineral House works closely with the Westminster Family Resource Center.
Right. right, that makes sense. So I hope that resident, understand that we're not biased or set aside just only family people, but anyone can apply for it. So that's good. Also with the county, I don't know if I asked you or Christine, but the county has something similar like that for housing for residents with family and also seniors, is that correct?
If you're talking about the Section 8 program, yes, that's a countywide program, and unfortunately at this time, they're not accepting applications.
Okay. All right, so, there you go. So I guess you answered the question, and I hope the resident hear that. Thank you so much, Michael, I appreciate that.
Okay, is there any other, council comment, on this? Okay, if not, then, we move to council action is, I want to entertain, there's a motion for us to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion and second on the floor.
I have a motion made by Councilmember Monzo, second by Vice Mayor Ho. This is to approve the amendment number 1, substantial, to the fiscal year 2024-2025 annual action plan, and authorize the city manager to submit this amendment to the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, and approve agreement with Interval House to administer the Westminster tenant-based rental assistance program, and authorize the city manager to execute the agreement on behalf of the city. We're going to call roll. Councilwoman Fan West.
A quick question, if later you can answer me, is that how do you vet if they've been a resident in the city of Westminster for a while, or are you more tailored to those who's been here like for a long time to give them service first, right? Is that how it is?
There's no length of time. We, as part of the application process, and maybe Alejandro can explain this a little bit better, they will need to provide some sort of identification that they are a current Westminster resident.
Okay, it doesn't matter how long they.
No.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, thank you. So my motion right now, Fan West is yes, to approve this, yes. The motion is
Councilmember
yes.
Monzo.
Yes.
Councilmember Nguyen.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ho.
Yes.
Mayor Nguyen.
Yes.
Motion carried 5-0.
Next item is 6.1. Consideration of proposed resolution in support of California Proposition 36, the Homelessness and Drug Addiction and Theft Recovery Act. For this one, is there a side report needed, or if there's a motion, I will entertain that too. It seems like we don't need a staff report. I don't have any question for that, so I move to approve. A second. Okay.
Wait, are you doing 6.1? What item? 6.1? I do have questions.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. I guess, do I ask?
Please start with the
Karen
finance,
or-
please.
Karen, and then Chief? Okay, so Proposition 36, homelessness, drug addiction, and theft recovery. I know that we have, so can you elaborate to the people a little bit on this resolution that was voted on in the state senate, is that correct? And the assembly floor, and it's approved, is that correct?
I believe it's a proposition going to voters.
Okay, so it's approved by the legislature to put it to the people to vote this November.
No, I don't know if that's entirely correct. I don't know the back end of this. I don't know who put it on the ballot. It might not necessarily be.
Okay. I think city attorney, would you know that, or city manager?
Get the name of the group that actually put this on. There we go.
Is that answer necessary to do it right now, or it can be provided later? Councilmember West.
Yes, so Proposition 47, I know that's what the law enforcement is pushing to modify, right? In the state legislature. But the thing is that Proposition 36, it's a little similar but different in a way. So with this, are you asking the city to basically stand with Proposition 36 and for the public to vote this November to vote for this proposition?
Mr. City Attorney, am I able to advocate for proposition in this form?
Well, we don't wanna, I mean, the council can, as a body, can express their affirmation for this. This is essentially, Cal Cities has voted to support Proposition 36.